Joining us now, former Prime Minister of Israel, Ehud Olmert. Mr. Prime Minister, thank you for joining us. I'm glad you could make it. A lot has happened in the past few days, in the past week. Is this strategy of might, killing Nasrallah, going after the ports in Yemen, killing a Hamas leader in Lebanon, etc., is this strategy of might an effective one?
First of all, Katie, this is a strategy of self-defense. Yesterday, the Houthis from Yemen were shooting, or the day before yesterday, they were shooting a ballistic missile that was aiming at Tel Aviv. And we have to do something about it. And also the Hezbollah for almost a year were shooting hundreds of rockets almost every day, hundreds of rockets against Israel. They forced out 80,000 Israeli citizens from their homes in the north part of the country. And they were shooting and fighting and attacking from almost every possible direction into the state of Israel. So something had to be done. I don't think that this is a policy of might or anything of this nature. This is fundamentally a policy of self-defense. Question is, what's next? I mean, what is it that we are trying to achieve now with this ground operation? This is a different question, not the same as the targeting of the leaders of the terrorist organizations. I think that they deserved what they got. Nasrallah personally was responsible for killing thousands of people in Lebanon, in Syria, and in Israel over the last 30 years. He was a terrorist organization, and one of the most brutal and very extreme terrorist leaders, and there was no way that you could acquiesce with him or compromise with him. I think he deserves what he got. The other question is, how do we now bring an end to this conflict in a way that will allow us to bring back the Israelis that left their homes to their homes in the north border of Israel? And will the Hezbollah agree to pull out completely from the border across the 40 kilometers line of the Awali River? I hope that they will do it. I hope that we will not have to use more military force. I'm not happy and I'm not anxious to have this ground operation. I hope that the efforts Americans are doing and the French are doing to bring an end to this with an agreement will be successful, and it will not require the military operations.
Let me jump in and ask you another question. You call this self-defense, arguably so. If self-defense means reaching into Iran, attacking Iran, and if Israel believes it would be effective to do so, to take out the Ayatollah or somebody in Iran, does Israel do it?
You know, Katie, you're a little bit carried away by the impact of some of these recent operations, pagers and the hockey-talkies and the targeting of Nasrallah. Don't push it much further, okay? Israel is not going to attack the leader of a legitimate leader of a country which is a member of the United Nations. This is not what we do. We do have to consider how to deal with